Oh my gosh, we got pollen bombed. Have you ever heard that phrase before? We were out of town for a few days and came back, and our back patio was completely covered in yellow visible pollen. So I'm going to show you a little shortcut how to clean it up. So you might be inclined to run and get paper towels and, like some multi-surface cleaner, multi-purpose surface cleaner, right? Or something like that. Don't do that. You're going to waste a ton of paper towels. I mean, this stuff is, look how much pollen was deposited over a period of a few days. We've got it on all of our patio furniture. We've got it on our table, our little breakfast outside eating table here. I mean, look at that stuff. Do not use paper towels. You're going to use a whole roll. It's pretty wasteful, and it's going to be a sloppy, wet mess. So here's what I'm using instead. I've got a dust buster that we purchased, I don't know, a year ago, and it's rechargeable, and it's got this little accessory piece with a little bristle on the front, and that's the piece we're going to be using. It's a huge time saver. It's manual, right? You can't snap your fingers and have this stuff disappear, but this is how we're doing it. Every surface for the most part here. So the concept is really simple. We're going to be with a full battery on our dust buster here, making sure we go over all surfaces using that bristle, the soft bristled brush, and that should suck up all the pollen pretty quickly. You can see the difference just one pass will make. And I kind of do like, 2 passes or so per, because it gets most of it up, 90% on the first part, and then a second pass will get the rest of it up. So it's really quick, especially if you've got a lot of surfaces. Now, as far as the floor goes, I'll talk about that in just a minute. But this is another advantage of the dust buster as opposed to paper towels. Can you imagine paper towels with this, right? You'd just be smearing it around. It would be terrible. So this is definitely the preferred way and the tip that I'm offering you. So if you've got, and this works well too, if you're not getting pollen dusted and you just need to dust, maybe it's right after winter or something, and you've got stuff accumulated that has accumulated. Oh, let's get the toes there. All right, let's speed this up for you. So definitely, and it works well for fabric as well. So get that cleaned up so you can get a feel for what that looks like. Doesn't damage the fabric. Yeah, you can't spray and use paper towels on fabric. So this is how I do it, or how I did it. It's not a habitual thing. So tabletops, grill, furniture, stools. Yeah, it's there. Yellow on top of white. It's kind of hard to see, but it's definitely there. You'll be sitting in it. But look at this. I have the whole thing cleaned up in like 5 minutes. Now, if you want, you can go over it with the paper towel, but it's really not necessary. For example, I just finished vacuuming up the entire surface of the tabletop, which needs to be redone, by the way. Put out another video. You can see it's not really picking up much. So that vacuum cleaner, the dust buster, really does do a good job. Now, as far as the floor goes, we're getting out the vacuum, the RoboVac, to get underneath all that stuff. And it's less perfect than the dust buster, but it should do a great job. Just let it sit on auto setting, and it will do its thing. And there'll be lots of pollen to show for it when you're done.